Northwest Pakistan is one of the world's most inaccessible regions. These soldiers are stepping up surveillance as cross-border attacks from Afghanistan intensify. A fence spanning nearly 2,600 kilometers acts as a deterrent, but hasn't been able to stop all infiltrators. On Sunday, 2 Pakistani soldiers were shot dead. It was the latest of more than 100 attacks by different armed groups that have killed 133 people this year, as coalition forces have pulled out of Afghanistan. Funerals like this have become routine. But the country's top general says the military won't be deterred.
Pakistan Army is fully cognizant of these challenges and taking requisite measures to further bolster our deterrence and defense capability by sharply focusing on core competencies and niche technologies.
For a long time, only US drones have been able to monitor and find targets in this remote area. Now it's under the Army's control.
Because of the evolving situation on the Afghan border, Pakistan's military says it has had to close at least 75 of the 78 border crossings between the two countries.
ISIL-Khorasan, the Pakistani Taliban or TTP, and Al-Qaeda offshoots all operate from this mountain range. Molvi FAQEER is a wanted TTP commander with ties to Al-Qaeda. Pakistani officials asked Afghanistan to hand him over when he was arrested in 2013, but were denied. Now he's free after the Taliban emptied jails as it took over.
Our fight against Pakistan will continue until we establish it as an Islamic State. We will not spare the dollar-dependent soldiers and politicians.
Security forces told Al Jazeera 2 ISIL-K cells have been dismantled in the last few days. They reportedly came from villages like this one in Afghanistan, on a route historically used by British and US forces that's now under Taliban control. Recently, it's been home to major armed groups. Soldiers here who've lost colleagues say they need to see proof of the Taliban's promises to ensure peace and an end to Afghan territory being used to attack Pakistan. Osama bin Javed, Al Jazeera, Khyber border.
And Kamal Haider is at another of Pakistan's borders with Afghanistan, the Torkham crossing. It's an important economic route for both countries, and the Taliban is now stationed there.
This is Pakistan's major border crossing at Torkham. As you can see, the Taliban have now taken positions on the other side. Their flag is flying high. And on the other side, you can see those Afghans who are trying to return to Pakistan or Afghans who want to go back to Afghanistan. The situation is calm and quiet. Pakistan says that this is a humanitarian gesture to allow the people to be able to cross the border into Pakistan. Many have relatives over here, and the Pakistani authorities, of course, want to send a signal that it is business as usual. The Pakistani military spokesman, Major General Babar Iftikhar, said that the situation on the Afghan border is normal. This is the first time in 20 years that this particular border is now quiet. As you can see, there is no ruckus, there is no rush. People are walking in an organized manner. But this is also the lifeline to Afghanistan. It is through this corridor that Afghanistan has a logistical lifeline. All essential commodities have to go into this landlocked country through Pakistan. And Pakistan, of course, for years has been the major supply line for Afghanistan.